Hey guys, welcome to the Smokin N Jokin show. My name is Beth King, also known as the Crayon Eater's wife.
And I am Jimmy King, your resident gimp. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Sorry we're a few minutes late. If anybody has logged in already, if you could highlight in the comments, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let people know we're out here putting a show on for you. Um, trying to put a smile on your face and pass on some good information. Tonight we've got Robert Bango with us, U.S. Army vet, entrepreneur, small business owner, um, gun expert extraordinaire. Robert, how you doing tonight?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
We're
Good,
doing good,
good.
doing good.
Good.
Really glad to have you on the show.
I'm glad to be on.
You shared it.
Mm.
I got it.
I'm so sorry. I thought Jimmy was going to continue, but never mind. All right. So, unfortunately, Lex can be here with us tonight. That's his loss. He's going to miss a great show. But we're here for you, and want to talk here to talk to Robert, who, like Jimmy said, is a veteran-owned business, has his own veteran-owned business. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and like your service and things like that?
Yeah. Like I said, my name is Robert Bango. U.S. Army veteran, owner of Bagner Firearms Engraving. A little bit about my service. I was in actually twice. I went in during high school, junior year. Yeah, junior year. Did 2.5 years reserves. Got out, wanted to pursue something else. Didn't think the military was going to be for me, even though that's something I always wanted to do as a kid. Um, and then I got out, started working on cars, diesel mechanics, stuff like that. Started driving truck. Then at 35, I decided that I wanted to go back in the Army. 9/11 happened. And then there was still stuff going on, even when I went back in 2010.
Yeah.
So I felt like, I always wanted to do a combat MOS and always wondered how I would do in that situation. So I asked my ex-wife, hey, what do you think about me going back into the Army? Of course, she was all for it. Yeah.
Was she offered to get rid of you
Yeah, she
or?
was. Yeah, she's probably hoping, but she was all for it. So I went back in at 35 years old, and actually the second time in, it was a lot easier than the first time because the first time at 17 years old, you got a drill sergeant yelling at you, and you're scared. You're a 17-year-old kid. But at 35, I was on my second marriage at the time, so it's like
You
there's
got used to the yelling a
nothing's going to
long
scare me
time
right
ago.
now. So
Now,
the
so
second time was
so
easy.
it was easier for you mentally
Mentally,
and kind
mentally,
of
and
how to internalize it.
actually physically. Just
Okay.
because I think because of the mental situation, I think it made it physically easier. I
Mhm.
was never a runner in my life, but I actually I dropped 100 pounds just to get back in, and I was that motivated.
Wow.
Yeah, I was that motivated to do it. And I was never a runner, but I started running, losing that weight, and I loved running. I mean, at 35 years old, I was faster than the younger guys and stuff
Nice.
when I was in. Yeah, so the
Thing,
physical part of it was super easy for me, and I actually had a good time. Seeing these young kids, they were kids crying and stuff at basic, and that was another thing. The Army lied to me. Uh, because I wasn't supposed to go through basic again because they said I was good. All I had to do was, go to MEPS, do that stuff, and then I'd go to WLC. I'd get stationed wherever. That wasn't
That's
the case.
crazy because I never, ever, ever have heard recruiters lying to
Yeah,
you guys.
you wouldn't
I've
think they
never
would,
heard of
right?
that.
Yeah, you wouldn't think recruiters
Wow.
would
That's
lie.
like stories of
Yeah,
false myths in fiction.
yeah. But they lied to me. They actually tried to pull my job from me last minute. They threw last minute that I had to go to basic because I was out for too long from the first time.
Uh-huh.
So they tried to pull my MOS that I picked, which was 13 Bravo, field artillery. I tried to pull that. They wanted me to go to basic again, so I had to go to basic again. And like I said, it was easier the second time around at 35. I had a
Nice.
better time. I had a great time in basic. AIT was great. And I think I told you guys the other day about how they, when I was at AIT at Fort Sill, they were like, well, when I got my orders to go to Fort Bragg, they're like, well, you're going to go to Fort Bragg. All they have is 119ers. So you're going to train on the 119er while you're at AIT. So I trained on the 119er. I get to Fort Bragg. I was with First Bat, and then they decided that they needed more people to deploy to Afghanistan at Third Bat. So like 5 of us got sent down to Third Bat to deploy to Afghanistan. So I was at Fort Bragg for like maybe 2
And
months.
how long were you in before you got deployed?
I went through basic, which was 10 weeks, and then AIT was 5 weeks. So yeah, AIT.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how long.
Yeah, no, AIT is not very long.
So.
It's field artillery. Like, it's pretty much here's
Wow.
some fuses, here's some rounds. You're good to go. 5 weeks.
Okay, so one question for you, real quick, before
Yeah.
you get too far out of boot camp.
Yeah.
Going back to boot camp the second time, I get that the physical part wasn't as tough as you thought it was going to be, and you were mentally prepared for it as far as that goes. But did you ever let the smart ass out and just look at him and be like, the first time around, my drill sergeants were a lot tougher?
No, you know what? I think
smarter. That's why it got easier.
I learned my lesson
because he didn't say stupid shit like that.
I learned my lesson from the first time. You keep your mouth shut. You don't make yourself like that you can be picked out from the crowd. You're just there. You keep your mouth shut. You do what you're supposed to do, and you get done. You have no issues whatsoever.
Right.
Basic. So
you coast in the middle.
No,
Also,
I did. Let my
one thing. Also, real quick, just wanted to say hi to Jamie High, Lance McElhaney, Tisha Tucker, Lexi Sode, Audie Woodham, Theo.
Yeah. Hi, Theo. I haven't talked to you in forever.
Thank you all for joining us, and thank you all for putting the highlights in the comment. We greatly appreciate it.
Hi, guys.
We'll get to the comments here in a few, but sorry about that. Robert, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, and then another thing they did too when it comes to the basic and AIT, I was supposed to go back in as an E4. So I kept asking for the paperwork. I didn't see it when I got at the MEPS and all that stuff. Got my paperwork from the MEPS. When I got to Fort Jackson, it wasn't in my paperwork. I'm asking about it. Nobody knows anything about it.
Yeah.
And I went to AIT. Nobody knew anything about it. I got to Fort Bragg. Nobody knew anything about it. So here I am, 35-year-old fuzz patch. Of course, my sergeant major, he thought, he always asked me, "What'd you do? Why don't you have no record?"
Yeah, you had to have gotten in trouble.
So it was like, because I'm 35, right? So yeah, that was a little tough, but they kind of did fast track me a little bit, so it wasn't too bad. It was only like maybe a year that it was, that fuzz patch thing until I started getting some rank and stuff. So
nice. So you got shipped overseas right after you got to Fort Bragg.
Right.
Baby, basically not a baby because you're 35, but a baby in the military in that type of situation.
Right.
It doesn't even sound like you had time for actual training and stuff like that before you left.
Now, like I said before, they trained me on the wrong gun, the wrong howitzer. So I deployed to Afghanistan, never touching the 777 howitzer. Yeah, so here I am in a combat zone.
Where, if something goes wrong, you're needed to fix it. And
right. I mean, and just even be on the crew. I didn't know what to do on the crew. I didn't know any of the positions of how to do anything on the gun. So here I'm like stuck with my unit in a combat zone. I don't know how to use that howitzer. I have no idea. Never touched it.
Wow.
And actually, the 777 was one that I never even seen. Like, they didn't show us that one at AIT. We saw the 119er and we saw the Paladin, but never saw
if you'd have seen one, you wouldn't even have known you really saw one because you've never
right.
seen
I mean, I knew what it was, but I never got to see how it was operated.
Right.
Or anything, so I had no clue. But I was in Afghanistan for like 2 weeks, and my mom passed away. I had to fly back to the States. Then I had to go back to Ohio to handle all the funeral stuff. And then I came back from that to go back to Afghanistan. I went to Fort Bragg, and they decided to send me to U6 school because our unit didn't have a U6 over in Afghanistan. So they sent me to that school for like 3 weeks. And that's where I learned everything. I mean, that was a perfect thing to have happen because I learned everything I needed to know about the 777. So when I got back to Afghanistan,
you were confident
I was
in your
good
job.
To go. Yeah, I was very confident. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, obviously circumstances stuck. You said you went back to Ohio. Does that mean you're an Ohio boy too?
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
that's where I grew up most of my life until I came down and got stationed at Fort Bragg. So I'm originally from Pittsburgh, PA, about 40 minutes north of Pittsburgh. My mom lived right across the state line, Eastern Ohio, in Boardman, Ohio, near
Yeah.
Youngstown. So that's where she lives. So that's why I have the 330 number still and stuff. So.
Jimmy's an Ohio boy. We still have a
Oh, what part,
we
Jimmy?
still have our Ohio number. We had an
Okay.
Ohio number before we ever even moved to Ohio.
Oh,
So
really?
it took Jimmy 16 years to convince me to move to Ohio and only 3 to move out. So there you go.
And I'm still saying, why did we ever leave Ohio? But
Uh,
going back just a minute, Lance McElhaney at one point was saying people with 2 working legs are such ridiculous ass. Yeah, I still haven't hit 12 minutes. Darn it.
I know. I already blew the 12-minute thing by saying the S word.
Theo, in response, said Lance McElhaney was good at running back and forth from the couch to the refrigerator.
They serve together.
Mm.
Ricky Lee Thomas said, "That's awesome, Bango back at 35. I got commissioned in the Air Force National Guard the summer before I turned 35 after 15 years enlisted." That's awesome,
Wow.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Jamie High, in response to Theo, said, I believe the running your mouth part for I believe the running your mouth part for some reason."
Just something about what I said.
Lexi said my son went through boot camp twice as well.
Jimmy went for an extended period of time. He
I
broke
got to
his
spend 4
ankle.
months instead of 3 months. So
Yeah.
Okay.
just in boot camp, had a drill instructor inadvertently drop a footlocker on my foot, and after 3 weeks of walking on it, they finally sent me in medical, and I was like, I don't want to go. Turned out my foot was broke, so I had to spend a month in MRP, which is a long story. Lance, in response to Theo, said, "Gypsy tears have protective properties. It's science." I must have missed one.
I don't know where we're talking about gypsy tears at.
I
Lance sometimes has conversations in his head, and he has to figure out like is it us he's listening to or his head?
Linda Hudson said, "Jumping on late, or jumping on. Sorry, I'm late. Cincy, Ohio girl here,
Nice.
down there in Cincy." All right. Jamie High said, "Yay, Pittsburgh, go Steelers." And Ricky Lee Thomas said, "I like to eat at Bob Evans' restaurant." They're from Ohio. This is true. Where it
Is that
originated.
where it's from?
Bob
I
Evans
mean, I know
originated
they
in Ohio.
have one
Yeah,
there.
north.
Didn't know that was where they were from.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
Okay.
their original form is there.
Always learn something new.
So now that we're caught up on comments, and we are 13 minutes in.
All right, guys. It's been a little bit because we had to be, nice and prim and proper. But it's 13 minutes. We can finally say a cuss word. So what we generally do is all of us collectively say fuck at the same time. We say it, you type it. So are you ready, guys? 1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
I don't know about
I
you,
feel
but
better.
I feel better.
Yeah.
That's a load off.
Yes.
So you did time in Afghanistan on a gun that you weren't trained for,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
prepared for. How long were you over there, and how many tours did you do?
I only got to do one. I was in for 4 years. I got medically separated. But I did one tour to Afghanistan. Our that deployment that we did, that was the 18th Fire Brigade, which is disbanded now, but 18th Fire Brigade, they were on a constant rotation for years. Going to Afghanistan, Iraq, constant. So when I got there and I got put on that deployment with them, that was our last deployment to go. over there.
And you did the full deployment, or did you get injured while you were there?
No, I did the full deployment. I got my guard tower got hit in 2011. I was over there 2010 to 2011.
Okay. But
And
do they
2000,
do a year and a half? Is that
what's that?
I want to say, did you do a year and a half? Because I was just gonna comment, like Marines only do 6 months, where I know
We
that
did
there's
12.
some deployments for Army that's up to 18 months.
Yeah, we did 12 months.
Okay.
It can be extended. They were talking about extensions to like 15 months, but we didn't get that. We just did 12 months on that.
That's just crazy to imagine being back there. And I asked for pictures. Everybody should know this. People joke on me for taking a lot of pictures, but I had asked Robert for some pictures, and you sent me 135 images, which I absolutely love. Um, but there was one image you had, and I can't remember. I don't know if we downloaded it, but it was just an amazing shot of the large gun, like bigger
Yeah,
than you gun.
the howitzer.
The howitzer.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I don't know the names of guns. That's not my area, but that's your area, which we're gonna talk about. But it was a beautiful picture.
Yeah.
I hope we can show it if Theo can find it and put it up. But you really did take some great pictures, and I'm kind of jealous because Jimmy wasn't great at.
I tell you, I had so many cool videos and stuff, and
I
I've
know you were
looked and
saying
looked
that.
and looked. I just don't have them anymore. We have so many cool videos about shooting and stuff, indirect firefights and stuff, and it was so cool. The one that's really cool, I think it's still floating around. Our Lieutenant Colonel, Sergeant Major were over there one day, and they were our Sergeant Major was yelling at us how to you're not pulling the landing right, you're not pulling the landing right, and he thinks we're like just doing like a training exercise fire mission, and it's like, dude, we're firing at somebody, you know what I mean? But that's just
Right.
how he was. It was like he was always critiquing everything, have us do like area beautification in Afghanistan. It's like, you kidding me? Jimmy, you're laughing. You know what area beautification is?
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Race calls, cutting the grass,
Yep.
and there's no grass there, but you're still cutting the grass anyway.
Yeah, we cut a lot of grass at Bragg. Picked up a lot of cigarette butts.
We did have a bit of participation on our collective fuck, and Ricky Lee Thomas even said duck. Dang autocorrect.
Yeah, I can spell duck. See, my phone, if I spell duck, it will come up fuck as autocorrect. So my phone knows me. Okay, so you got out, and were you driving afterwards?
Yeah, when I got out, I went back to driving truck, tractor trailer. And then I had my own truck for a few years, and I went through my second divorce, and that took everything I owned, everything
Yeah.
that I owned. I had to sell the truck. I was paying like $2,000 a month to the ex. And
Wow.
it was like 2 years. It was from 2019 to 2021. If I didn't meet the wife that I have now, I wouldn't even be here right now. It was that bad. I mean, I've
Wow.
never been through anything like that in my life. But my wife, she was real supportive. I mean, I met her, and she, I wasn't expecting the divorce to get that bad, but it really did. And I told her, I was like,
I always
I
think
was,
that's crazy. It's like, people just. I I know with my divorce, I just wanted to get away and get done, wipe my hands clean. It was a
right,
mistake, move on.
right.
But there's people who want to go for blood,
Oh
and
yeah, yep,
take everything you ever have. And
yep. I mean,
I've
I had
never
a house
understood
built.
that mentality.
Yeah, I mean, I had a house built and I had to sell that. She couldn't afford it, but she wouldn't let me have it. So it was like had to sell it. Brand new house was
Yeah.
built. But my wife, I told her, I was like, look, this divorce is getting really bad. I shouldn't be. I don't want to date anybody while I'm going through this and stuff. And she didn't want to hear it. She wanted to support me and be by my side through it. And she helped a lot through it. And I'm
That's
actually kind of
awesome.
glad because she got to see how she actually was and stuff. So it was
Right,
good. It
right.
was good that, you know,
It's not you just telling horror stories about your
right?
ex.
Like, oh yeah,
Like,
my
she
ex, you
really
know,
got to
she actually got
see.
to see it, right? Yep. So, so yeah, I sold the truck because of that. And I started working at CDL schools,
Uh-huh.
instructing, and I got my state examiner license to be an examiner. So I did that for a few years, and I enjoyed that. And I was working for a school that they were kind of having problems financially. We didn't know how bad it was, but
Right.
um, myself, the chief marketing officer, and another guy got let go last October. So I was like, man, what am I going to do now? You know, so
Right.
uh, I was like, you know, me and the wife kind of talked about it before starting our own business, like as a firearms dealer. So she was like, why don't we do that? And I was like, oh, you know, I don't know if we can do that. And she's like, well, let's look into it. So we looked into it, and I went back to school to get my certificate in firearms technology gunsmithing,
Uh-huh.
and graduated that in July. Decided to go back again, so I'm in the associate program right now. Just not that I need it, but just to kind of have it hanging on the wall so it looks a little
Yeah.
more professional.
And you also do engraving as well, right?
Yeah, we do laser engraving.
Now, I love some of your artwork that you did, and did you use in your engraving by any chance for like as therapy as a way to kind of go in and calm your mind, whether it's getting creative with the
Yeah,
art
it does.
or just the process itself?
Yeah, it does. I mean, you know, like I have a TBI from when I got blown up in 2011. Um, so it does help kind of, you know, being a little creative and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Working on the firearms and stuff, it's good to keep that brain kind of working a little bit, you know, because there's a lot. I mean, it's with a TBI, I have frontal lobe damage, so it's, you know,
Yeah.
I'm really impulsive. And I joke with the wife, it's like, you know, that's why I buy so much shit on Amazon, you know, without thinking about it, you know. But I'm really impulsive, and it's
I
like
feel you. I feel like we connect on that level.
with the Amazon, right? Yeah, but like, you
You
know,
do me a damn TVI. Now I finally have a TVI excuse.
you might, you never know. Uh, but you know, memory loss and stuff like that, you know, and it's just I don't know. It kind of helps out, like doing something that you're kind of thinking about, you know, and not just
Yeah.
sitting around vegetating all day watching TV and not trying to work your mind at all, you know.
Yeah, if you don't work your mind, you really do lose it. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yep.
just like when it comes to like math, it is to simplify it. Like, when your kids are growing up in school and you're like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Uh, not knowing what to do. It's kind of the same thing. You stop using it and it
Yep.
goes. And
Yeah.
as we get older, it goes a
Yep.
lot quicker
I
and
just had to do
easier.
math in my associate program. I had to do business math. Man, that was horrible. At 50 years old,
Oh yeah.
that was horrible.
I don't think I would be able to even I mean, I
Yeah.
went to college and I refer to Jimmy. I refer to the crayon eater when it comes to most homework issues.
And then I get really frustrated when it comes to like helping the kids and stuff because the way they teach math now isn't the way it was taught when I was in school. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? Okay, I can give you the answer, but that I'm not going to find it the way they're showing you how to do it because
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I taught Kinsey how to do math differently, and the teacher was like, "As long as she shows her work, I'm good," because Kinsey just wasn't getting it the other way, like
Right.
going across instead of up and down.
Yeah.
But anyways, so you're going to school for your associates,
Yep.
and you um sorry, I just thought about it. Given any commercials.
I was just getting ready to say
Oh,
I
okay.
need to pay the
See,
bills before we get
look,
too far into it.
20
So
years of marriage, right on sync. We can read each other's minds.
yeah, so give me just a minute to pay the bills. Once again, thank you all for joining us on the show. I hope you're enjoying yourself so far. We've got some more great information coming up from Robert about the business that he's running now and everything as far as that goes. But in the meantime, for all of you coffee drinkers that need your morning caffeine, your afternoon caffeine, your evening caffeine, or your tea drinkers that want your caffeine just don't want it in coffee. Head over to Arrow Resupply Coffee. They're a veteran-owned business based out of Virginia, built from the ground up. They've
They
got a
also
great
have
line.
tea.
They've got a great lineup of coffees and teas, which I think it's hilarious that hilarious and cool at the same time, that all the names of both coffees and teas are based off of uh, military terms in one way, shape, or
Yeah,
form as far as those.
as and they're really very much on brand with us as far as sarcasm and laughter because a lot of their merch has some really funny stuff on them too, and sayings and stuff.
Yeah. So head over to aerialresupplycoffee.com. Check them out. You can do a one-time purchase. They've got subscriptions where you can set it up. They'll have um sorry,
Oh, there
screen
you
moved on me. There we go. Air Resupply Coffee. You can scan the QR code there. Um, but you can set up subscriptions where they send you out monthly shipments or whatever as far as that goes. And then when you're doing your order, if you use the promo code Smokin N Jokin 365 exclamation point, which we will put in the comments, you'll get a 20% off discount and a portion of the proceeds from the sales using that promo code or this QR code will go to help support the show. So head over to Air Resupply Coffee and check them out. For all of you who are looking to start your own business, improve your business, sell your service to the government, start your own organization, head over to RTS at YESRTS.com. These guys are great. They will hold your hand through the entire process, break it down Barney style, write it out in crayon like they did for me, and help you get your mission accomplished in improving your business. Once again, that's YESRTS.com.
Yeah.
And that's commercials for now.
Yeah. I don't know why he's looking at me funny. He keeps looking at me funny. Y'all make him stop. Anyways, so I mean, how do you? How's it been being a veteran, starting a business? I mean, you're really just in the beginning stages. Um, have what have you found? Like, have paths that made it helpful, or paths that have made it more difficult, even?
Um, Being a veteran definitely didn't make it easier. There's no special treatment for that starting a business. Um, for what we're doing, being a firearms dealer, getting your FFL and stuff like that, it really wasn't that hard. I mean,
Hmm.
just doing a little research. Me and the wife took some classes for how to get your FFL and stuff like that, and make sure you do it right, which made that process of getting the FFL really easy with the ATF.
Nice.
Then of course, we formed the LLC with the North Carolina Secretary of State, Department of Revenue. We got insurance through Lockton. So just your basic common sense stuff that you're probably going to need. Just check
Right.
depending on what state you live in. Every state's different what you need. So like for me to operate in the state of North Carolina, my license is the FFL.
Uh-huh.
But of course, like I said, I have to register with the Secretary of State to form the LLC, and then also the Department of Revenue for taxes.
Yeah.
It's really
Just
easy.
looking, you had a personal comment there. Robert Walters said, "What up, Bango? Keep it up, battle."
Oh, Sergeant Waters, what's
I
up, brother?
I love that you have a really supportive wife and that she's not only like being supportive of you doing it, but it really sounds like she's doing it with you. Like you
She
guys are
is. Yes, she
really
is.
partners in this whole process.
Yep. Yeah, she
And
is. I mean,
I think
she's
that's
very
awesome.
supportive. I mean, she's always. I've known her since 2019, and she's always been 100% supportive with everything. Um, so she helps out with stuff. She helps with the paperwork and stuff like that. And like I said, we just started out the actual business in January with laser engraving, stuff like that. We didn't start selling guns until June. So, we're just a few months
Nice.
into selling guns, but now it's starting to pick up. Our name's getting out there a little bit and stuff. So,
We
it's
got
definitely,
one, or
yeah,
we're
you guys
getting
got one.
one.
You guys got one. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, we actually, Jimmy went hunting with our youngest Jackson
Okay.
early a couple months ago, and he's 10, getting ready to turn 11.
Right.
And I thought it was a good thing, and he really enjoyed it. Like, they didn't catch anything. He was actually miserably sick. He ended up having to go to the ER, had, like, a lot of breathing issues, and knowing the whole time he's out there, he's probably scaring them because he's coughing and
Right.
making noise,
Right.
he still, like, stuck it out and wanted to go back.
Right.
So, we were really happy and excited about that. So, I know just from knowing you from our page and, having just, like, interaction with you through Facebook,
Right.
I love that we were able to reach out to you, and you're actually gonna help us give our son his very first gun for Christmas.
Yeah. I mean that's I told you oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was getting ready to say, and Jimmy's gonna say what kinda gun it is.
Uh,
Or you, because I don't know.
It's a 243
Mossberg.
Mossberg.
Yep.
Kept wanting to say Weatherby, and I knew that wasn't right. It's 243 Mossberg Patriot.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, very nice rifle.
it's a
I
used model,
saw
and it's
the one that you sent us where it had the wrap, the American flag one.
Yes, yeah, that's one I did.
That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
I wanna do something like that. I want it, whether it's like a little engraving on the stock or something to commemorate this is his first gun. He's
Right.
definitely the little boy Jimmy always dreamed of having. The kid
Right.
that's,
Right.
running around, rolling around in dirt,
Yeah.
his just loves knives and guns, and actually, really works hard to know the guns as well.
Right.
So, he's really creative and will put stuff together and build guns out of cardboard.
Right.
So I'm really excited for him.
all the toy guns that we've got him. I'm
Oh
gonna have to make
gosh.
sure that he does. Obviously, gun safety. He's not going to be able to get to this one without my permission or without my presence.
Right. Right.
But I'm gonna have to be careful because all the toy guns I've gotten him, he loves taking them apart, and then he just can't quite get them back together. So
Yeah.
They never go back together.
the
That
toy
part will
ones don't go
come.
back together as good as the real ones do.
And he
Yeah.
always wants to modify guns.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
funny. So we may be like having to order things that he wants to add to this gun. I don't know if that's even a possibility, but whether it's a scope or stuff like that.
It comes with the scope on it, but I was thinking about I was
See?
actually not since I got you on the show and got your undivided attention.
Yeah.
How hard would it be to get a bipod put on it?
Not hard at all. I can't remember if that one has it might have a rail on it. I can't remember. I'd have to look at it tomorrow. I can't remember if it does or not, but no, it wouldn't be hard to put one on at all.
Good deal.
That Remington, the one that you're talking about that I did the wrap on it with the American flag, I put that on, that bipod on that.
Nice. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really nice.
Yeah.
Because I
So,
know we had talked about, like, I had mentioned engraving the gun, and you were like, I don't like to mess with the integrity of the gun.
yeah, this
Uh,
like the steel part, I don't like the one with the laser engraving on it because it to me it ruins the finish. But like the
right, right.
stock or something like that, I don't know if you saw the picture. I'm actually doing a muzzle loader right now, building a muzzle loader, and it's complete. It's a kit. It's completely bare. You got to
Oh,
sand all the
okay.
wood. You have
I
to
did
inlet
see a
all
couple
the parts and
kits that you
stuff, and
sent.
all that. So I'm gonna finish that one in like a Danish oil stain. Well, Danish oil, I
Nice.
should say stain, but using Danish oil to finish it when it's done.
Yeah. We figured we would, Jimmy's gonna, probably let you know, well, within the next week or so what modifications we want. And then probably the first week of December, try to pick it up from
Okay.
you and actually meet you.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. I'm hoping you guys are able to.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
We were
come
talking
meet you.
about it.
But my son wants to go to a college in Charlotte, so
Okay.
we're just gonna take him for the weekend and make him feel special.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
my oldest, and take him to the college and let him walk around.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. I
La-
hope you guys can do that. I hope
uh,
you guys.
no, it moved on me. Theo said Lance McElhaney thought FFL stood for Freaky Falafel Lovers. Lance, in response to Theo, said, Theo, are you telling me that it doesn't? Lance also thought that I thought that came from when I had a very dark black girlfriend and called her my French fried lover. We love Lance. Oh, Chuck's on. What's up, Chuck? Uh, Chuck Yarborough said, "What's up, party people? Finally caught a show." Chuck's one of our fire.
Awesome.
Chuck's right here in Rocky Mountain with us. He's one of our fire team members on our Project Refit fire team. He's an Army vet.
Yeah, we met him here. He's one of the people. Jimmy always meets people at the grocery store. Um, and so um, it was probably one of the first friends he made here that I didn't set up the date.
I actually met him outside of the junior high last year,
Sorry, this was
waiting
high school.
on or going to pick up my daughter from school. He was there picking up his daughter, and we got to talking for a few because he seen some stickers on my truck and stuff, and that's how we ended up meeting. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's all the crayon eaters.
um, I had another question that I was going to ask, going back to the business aspect of it, but now I don't remember what it was. This is where I'll blame the TVI because it's my catch-all excuse.
My TBI didn't read his brain this time.
I will try and remember what it was when we circle back towards the end of the show.
You want to
Pay the
read a
bill.
couple, repay the bill.
We're caught up on comments. We'll pay the bills, and then we'll jump into bad news advice.
Bad news advice.
Alrighty. Once again, for all you coffee drinkers out there, if you'd like to get your caffeine on, head out to Arrow Resupply Coffee. They've got a great line of coffees. They've got a great line of teas. They've got some pretty cool gear, merchandise, whether it be shirts and whatnot. They've got coffee mugs, all your general stuff that you would expect. Scan a QR code there, or when you're checking out, use the promo code Smokin N Jokin 365 exclamation point.
I'll put that in the.
We'll put it in the comments one more time. You'll get a 20% discount, and proceeds from the sales will go towards helping support the show. For those of you who enjoy our particular brand of humor, head over to Facebook and look up Ground Eater's Wife 1775. We believe in healing through laughter. We're actually starting it up also as a 501c. We're just working on saving up so that we can finish off the federal side of it. But we believe in healing through laughter. So if we can make you spit your coffee out, not the Arrow Resupply coffee though.
No.
If we can make you spit your coffee out every morning, put a smile on your face, keep you from one of those dark places, and become part of 22, that's what we're going to do. So your military humor, you're dark, you're inappropriate, you're explicit.
Why are you pointing at me? Not me. I'm innocent. Ask anybody.
Yeah, that's what you're going to find. We do try and intermingle some good stuff in there with Motivational Mondays, Tell All Tuesdays, where we like to share resources, support our veteran-owned business and veteran organizations. Wellness Wednesdays, Throw Punch Thursdays, where you get to vent. Pet Therapy Thursdays, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, we have some good news when it comes to pet therapy.
Yep.
Our admin, PC Crowder, his dog, the dog he was looking for, right? Or his dog.
His dog's in heat.
His dog's in heat.
And he's so hopefully we'll be having a litter, a pregnant puppy soon. And we will be he'll be training the dog, raising the dog. And we'll be picking a veteran from our group, or any veteran who applies. We have the application on our Facebook page. We are going to award you the dog. We'll pay for all the expenses as far as traveling and hooking you guys up together. And also, we're going to be pulling that while the puppy's pregnant so that we can also train it to your specific needs. Now, this isn't a service dog like that's extra schooling that we just aren't unable to get, but it will be trained to your specific needs as well as
full socialization,
emotional support, and
emotional support.
yeah, being able to be out in public and not have any issues. So it's literally he's going to do everything except for unfortunately give that certificate. But you get a puppy, and we all know how much animals can really help us get through those dark times, the PTSD, the moments, when we do have difficulties, whether it's getting things around our house, helping us in those different ways. But we're
And
really
it
excited about it.
and if you butter PC up, if you're the lucky winner and we get you and PC talking as far as it goes, and you butter him up a little bit, he might even be able to be convinced to train the dog to bite him in the balls or something. So
Attack in
yep,
certain areas.
that watching a dog do that would be could be therapy for me.
Yeah, see, that's probably why he won't do it.
So join us over on Grounded Wife 1775 on Facebook, or if you would like to check out some of our gear, head over to cw1775.org. Um, the people over at RTS have done some great work helping us revamp our website, by the way.
Yes,
Um,
we're so happy to
you,
do a new relaunch of our website.
you can click on the shop. We've got hoodies, ball caps, trucker hats, zip up hoodies, t-shirts, women's V-neck t-shirts. We've got a cool looking flask. So head over there, check us out. Any support you are able to give, we would absolutely love it. There's a few examples of our shirts there. I see fake people.
Yeah, Jimmy loves that shirt.
Well, nowadays there's so many people out there that present themselves one way on social media and then aren't that way in real life. I just decided to memorialize it, and instead of I see dead people, it's I see fake people.
Yep.
But anyway,
Bad news advice.
bad news advice. All right, so we've had people write in questions, and we're going to ask them. And the goal of this is we'll ask the questions, you'll give your answer, we'll give our answer, and then we'll read the responses from the audience as far as it goes. The goal is to give the absolute worst advice possible.
Yes.
So, once my mouse decides to cooperate. Hi, Robert. Kim here from Minnesota. I would like to start a business engraving water guns, but I'm allergic to water. What other business do you think I should start and why?
Wow. Allergic to water. Um,
I mean, but if you're engraving water guns, do you really have to touch water?
yeah, you won't really be
I think
touching
she needs a
water.
lot more help than just this water situation.
Yeah. Uh,
I say start an OnlyFans page.
there you go.
Yeah, I'm going to say find a way to modify the water gun so that the nozzle or whatever, as far as that goes, the part that it actually sprays out of is just slightly
Mayonnaise.
bigger than what it usually is, so that it can spray a slightly thicker substance, and then just fill all the water guns with lube.
You know what? I'd like a glitter
You could
water
make a
gun.
killing in the porn industry by selling lube guns.
Lube guns.
Yeah.
I actually would like a glitter gun. One, if you shoot somebody, it just shoots out a puff of glitter at them. Like those assholes you meet on a daily basis. And I like to hold glitter in my pocket so I can throw it at somebody one day.
I like Jamie Heiser's response. She said, "Join the Navy." It's like so many people that join the Navy that don't know how to swim. I never understood that one. Theo said she should become a swim instructor.
Your swim instructor.
Lance McElhaney said sprinkler repair. If you're any good at your job, it will never be a problem.
Yeah, there you go. Is that it?
Theo Torre replying to Lance McElhaney said the O face. All righty.
All right, what's our other one?
Number 2. Hi, Robert. Jeff from California. I am 38 years old, and I am getting an age waiver to join the National Guard. I am 70 pounds overweight with 30% body fat. What do you recommend I do before going to basic?
Probably go on a strict pizza diet to get that weight up. Yeah.
I think you should rub yourself with hemorrhoid cream, then put yourself in 3 garbage bags, 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and run around your neighborhood, go out in public, go shopping. Everything in these trash bags rubbed in hemorrhoid lube. And
I hate to say it, but it sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
well, I am not my own personal experience, but I am. It actually works. And this is how Scott lost weight in order to join join the army.
Can I get a collective? Fuck that guy.
My ex-husband.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna go off of the tried and true recipe and him accomplishing his goal. Deep fried mayonnaise bars
Ew.
6 times a day, and you'll lose some weight. I swear.
That's horrible.
It's about the
I don't. Yeah, it really is. I don't even know what you could.
Jamie, I said meth.
Meth. Yeah, that's true too. Meth and crack.
Yeah, I don't think the Army worries about weight anymore. I don't think they do.
I know. Well, heck, my son went. My oldest son. He went to boot camp, and because he went like right after COVID, so they had like the 3-week quarantine phase and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Well, they had a 3 quarantine phase. Then he went in, and his graduation was going to be 2 weeks after Christmas. Now, not only did they get their cell phones every weekend to call home and whatever, so
Right.
no lines, no nothing. They also got to go home for Christmas for the holidays 2 weeks before they're supposed to end. Like
Yep.
that's it. They actually had a really high dropout rate because of that.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
Yeah, I'm
was
sure.
fucking flabbergasted that was even. I mean, I was flabbergasted at first when I found out, that they had their cell phones in boot camp. I mean,
Yeah.
I got 2 phone calls in boot camp. The
Yeah,
initial one that you
that's
make
probably what we
when you're
got.
reading the script off the wall saying, "This is Recruit King. Recruit King has successfully made it to Paris Island. I'm about to start my initial training," or whatever it was as far as that goes. You got about 15 seconds to say it, and you had to hang up. It
Right.
didn't matter what anybody was saying on the other side. You had to hang up. And then when I got sent to MRP, I got to make a phone call to let them know that I wasn't going to be graduating on time.
No.
And there was a scripted card on the desk in front of me. And I had about 20 seconds to read that one. Oh, wait, I take that back. I did get a third phone call. When I was leaving MRP, I got about another 15 seconds to tell them what the address was, my new boot camp address was, and what day I was graduating. Yeah, and I think I got 15 to 20 seconds to make that phone call from the time they picked up. So, yeah, they got cell phones.
It was wild. Okay, so
Dennis McElhaney said, "Get addicted to cocaine, you'll lose weight."
yeah.
Chuck Yarborough said, "Those are rookie numbers." He was in response to Jamie High. Jamie High, mix it with some vegan heroin.
Vegan heroin. Oh my
Chuck
goodness.
participated and said, "Fuck that guy." Lance McElhaney. That's ridiculous. I was in boot camp through Thanksgiving and Christmas myself.
I know. It made no sense to me.
Right.
Um, all
Last
right.
one.
Oh,
Steeler in response to Lance McCaney. The DIs made my whole platoon drink until they had to throw it because they lot of pogie bait at a Christmas movie.
all right. So we only got a few more minutes left. So I want to redeem our souls and then um, give Robert a minute to talk about his business one more time.
um, actually, we're not going to redeem ourselves. We're going to do one more bad advice because uh, apparently the servers jacked up and didn't give us our rating. So
Okay. So
we'll blame technical
we're
difficulties.
going to go to hell tonight.
Yep.
Let's go blazing.
We're going down swinging.
Yeah, let's go down.
Jamal from Macon, Georgia. I would like to engrave something special for my father-in-law's shotgun. It is his 60th birthday, and he is a Marine. What do you recommend?
That's an easy one. A box of Crayola crayons and a pair of tits.
I was gonna have something with Jody on it. This is my Jody.
Laser engrave a picture of his wife with Jody. I mean, granted, that's
Or
your
his
mom
daughter,
with
or
Jody.
his daughter
I
with
mean,
Jody.
yeah, I was gonna say, granted, his wife is your mom, but still.
Yeah, or his daughter Jody, or his daughter with Jody. I mean,
Theo said, engrave a picture of you getting his daughter pregnant. Take a screenshot of what happened on OnlyFans with his daughter and engrave it. Or in, my site that I eventually plan on making only stumps, but
yeah, Jimmy wants to do an Only Stumps fans page. All right. So Robert, real quick again, tell us, who you are, what you do, and basically sell yourself.
Okay. Oh, geez. That sounds like OnlyFans.
Right? Go with the
just
theme.
If the
before you
business,
put it, so I can put it out there as early as possible as far as this part of it goes. For those of you who are interested in anything that Robert has to offer through Bagner Firearms and Engraving, scan the QR code that is like over my face.
Oh shoot, I
And
still got it wrong.
yep, there you go. It'll take you directly to the site, and you can see everything he has to offer. All right, Robert, go ahead.
So once again, I'm Robert with Bagner Firearms. You can reach out to us anytime. One thing with us is, we're very customer service friendly. You can reach out to us at 10 o'clock at night. If you send me a message and I'm still up, you try to contact us. If I'm still up, I'm going to reply back to you. I have no problem looking up those numbers for a price or researching for a gun for you. So you can reach out to us anytime. Our shipping, if you don't live near us, we can drop ship to you, no matter what state you're in, as long as the firearm's compliant with that state. And also, we're more than happy to have you come here to pick it up here in person. Usually, our customers, they come, we talk for like an hour, just
Yeah.
bullshitting about different guns and what they're also looking for and stuff like that. So we enjoy working with our customers, and we can pretty much get you anything you want. So just reach out to us. You can get our website www.bangerfirearms.com, see everything we have listed, and just check us out, and we'll help you out.
Yeah, definitely check these guys out. Like you said, he's a veteran-owned business, and if there's anything that Jimmy and I support is veteran-owned businesses and orgs, and highlighting them. So we're really glad that you came on. I can also contest to you'll ensure that you'll respond at any hour because I think we've gotten pretty late between us, and you'll also don't look at me like that. If you were involved. Uh, just joking. And also, I think we even came to you with the wrong gun or a different gun, and you were like, "Oh, I think this would probably be the best one for
Right?
him." The
Yeah.
best fit."
Yep. Yep.
So, like, they're willing to spend time with you, and they're not there to waste your money or your time. They want to really help you get a gun that
Yep.
will work for you in your day to day or whatever you want to use it specifically
Yep.
for.
Yep.
If it's your ex husband, you're just saying, or ex wife, he's got one of those too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We do have about 4 minutes left, so I've got to
Oh,
read a few more of these comments because
okay.
some of them were pretty decent.
All right.
So
Of course they were. If they're our audience.
Theo said, as far as the message to engrave, he said, engrave the message. Here's to Pop Pop, the greatest soldier ever. All the Marines would love that one.
Yeah.
Lance McElhaney said, only since it hasn't been said yet, hit him with your car.
I know. I was getting ready to say, where's
We
Danielle with hit her with the car?
Jamie High. Bad advice. It's super dark. Engrave. Be the 22nd.
That's horrible. Don't ever do that. We're going to hell now. See, we have to read this, and now you sentenced us to hell.
or alter it just a bit and say be the 23rd. But Chuck Scarborough replying to Theo, I see what you did there. Theo replying to Jamie High. Win tonight's bad advice.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Tisha Tucker said, I agree. Jamie High said, straight to hell. Theo said, with some gasoline thongs on. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
This message has been brought to you by our Lord and Savior, Chesty Puller. All right, guys. That's it. That's it for tonight. Join us again next week. We've got a really interesting show coming up for you next week. I think a lot of you find our guest super informative. We are going to have someone from Weed for Warriors
Yes.
join us on the
Weed for
show.
Warriors.
So
So buckle up.
come watch the show. Get your laughter is the best medicine, and your other medication while you're
That
here.
helps with the laughter.
Right. Robert, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
You've had a good time. And
Yep.
once again, for all our audience members, we've got to support the show in the QR code now, but you can head over to is it Bagner Firearms and
Bangers.
Engraving or
Bagner Firearms Engraving. Yep.
Oh,
.com?
www.bangerfirearms.com for the website. Yep.
There we go.
Yep.
Bangerfirearms.com for the website. Check them out. They will help you get set up.
yeah.
All right, guys. That's it for the show tonight. We love you.
Love
Have a
you
good night.
guys.